The great gym supply shortage of 2020 hit at the same time COVID-19 lockdown came into place. With no kettlebells or weights in sight, people were forced to exercise alone, at home, lifting bags of sugar or stretching and doing squats in front of the TV. It just wasn't what they were used to. Plus, when the weather started getting colder and wetter, heading out for a physically distancing run or walk was getting harder every day. But you know what? You don't need to spend a fortune to get fit, especially at home. Getting fit your way online is something that Bowie and Zay have been helping our queer and gender diverse communities do for years with their business, Fearless Movement Collective.
It all started with an idea that Zay and I had while we drove down here from the deep north of regional Queensland when I moved down to Melbourne back in 2016. We took like a 28 hour road trip to get here.
Yeah, so there was a lot of thinking and a lot of talking, and out of that became an idea to mix what Bo does, which is fitness coaching, to what I do, which I'm really passionate about, building business and coaching people to create Fearless Movement Collective.
Being a trainer, like I've spent a lot of time in gyms, and I know what the culture's like, the attitudes of a lot of people, and there's a lot of people who don't feel comfortable in that space. So I wanted to be able to share my knowledge and my skills and what I do, and for Zay to be able to do the same. And we thought if we run it through a training app, then people can train right in their homes, and they don't need flash equipment. They don't need fancy training clothes. They don't need any of that stuff. They can just do everything in the safety and comfort of their own homes and still get exactly the results that they want based on kind of the training that they're doing.
And Fearless Movement Collective was born, supporting queer people with online fitness and nutrition coaching that allows them to work out in a way that works for them and build confidence in the bodies that they want, not the bodies someone thinks they should have.
Mainstream fitness, they work really well for a specific kind of person, the person who love like group things, or the people that love to be around other people, and it really works for them, but then they're missing out on a whole other like group of people who don't prefer to work out that way.
I used training as a way to shape my body, to affirm my identity and help me feel good within myself. Having learned from that, and it's realizing that it's a possibility for people to be able to shape their bodies as a supportive kind of complementary action that goes with any sort of transitional like medical options that people may be taking. So if they're looking at starting hormones in some way, or looking at long-term getting surgeries and stuff like that, being able to move their bodies and shape their bodies with that can create like a really great combination that also allows them to connect with their bodies.
There are so many trainers out there, lots of personal trainers out there who do what we do, but there's not that many people out there who understand the experiences of the queer community and the trans and gender diverse community. So what we provide is a service that's respectful
and through lived experience as well.
Drummond Street Services Queerspace supports the health and well-being of Melbourne's LGBTIQA+ communities, so they partnered with Fearless Movement Collective to bring 3 of their classes free to our communities every week, inviting you to unwind and get fit in isolation.
Hi there, my name is Bowie Stover. I use they, them pronouns. Welcome to our very first introduction to bodyweight training.
They reached out to us and said, look, we know you do online training videos. We want to help people in isolation to get more active. You know, what are you doing? We said like we're running online classes because we've been running on live online classes, and they're like, okay, how can we help you get more out there? So we've kind of just been working with them, and they've been supporting us to do even more online classes, more live classes, and just get as much out there as we can so that folks at home can just find some just gentle, not so intense or confronting ways to move their bodies.
The services that Fearless Movement Collective provide have grown by not just telling people what they need, but listening to our communities and asking them what works for them and how they can help.
They want to move nicely. They want to feel good. They want to feel like they can achieve a training session, right? Because it's not about getting totally obliterated. It's about how can you move your body in a few ways that feels nice and feels good and actually feels like, wow, I just did something and I don't feel like I need to throw up. So what was one of the biggest kind of feedbacks that we got was around just the way people want to learn to move their bodies.
You can find out about Fearless Movement Collective via their website, fearlessmovementco.com, or you can check them out on Facebook or try one of their free classes via Drummond Street Services Queerspace events on the Queerspace Facebook page, happening every Tuesday, Wednesday and Saturday.
If you're someone who wants to try out some training, you want to move your body a little bit or just see what it's like to do an online training session, we would love you to jump into one of our classes. We do free classes, we do by donation classes, or if you just want to have a chat and ask us a question about how you can do something, how you can move in some way at home, feel free to give us a shout. We would love to hear from you. We love answering questions.